I'm Gabe Joel, and this is Comic Smack, your weekly, daily, all the time, anytime comic book show where I give you your fix of everything you need to know from the world of comic books and superheroes. And on today's show, we're taking a look at Justice League issue number 50, the grand finale to the Darkseid War event. What secrets will be revealed? What is Grail's ultimate plan? Well, let's hop on in and find out, shall we? So, as the comic opens up, Grail, the daughter of Darkseid, the killer of gods, unleashes her ultimate weapon upon the Justice League. That is Steve Trevor, who has been infused with the power of the anti-life equation. Why Steve Trevor, you might be asking yourself? Well, apparently, as Grail puts it, he's at the center of some sort of crazy Amazonian prophecy, being the first man to ever walk on the Themyscira. And honestly, after the first page, everything just starts going nuts. I mean, it was already up at 10, they bury the knob at like 20. Everyone starts fighting Steve and trying to stop him from killing them. It's at that point Superwoman, who's finally given birth to her baby, activates its power. And because the baby was sired by the evil Earth 3 version of Shazam, by saying Shazam backwards, the baby is able to steal powers from everyone else around him. So that means, boom, Lex Luthor is ripped of all of his Omega power, and that also means that Steve is ripped of all his anti-life powers. The baby gets so powerful so quickly, in fact, that Superwoman dies just holding the thing. Geez, just what I need, another reason never to have kids. Not even the Flash is safe from this turn of events. The baby attempts to absorb the Black Racer power from him, only they can't because the Black Racer isn't a power, it's an actual living sentient being. So now the Flash can't take part in the rest of the fight because he once again needs to outrun the Black Racer, who's not going to leave until he claims the life of somebody. That person sadly ends up being Jesse Cruz powering, although, oh wait, her and Cyborg managed to whammy-zammy some sort of switcheroo situation, so it's not her who died, it was Volthoom. So this is all pretty insane, right? But guess what? It gets even crazier. You see, after the baby absorbs all the power, the little baby ends up turning into Darkseid, just transforming completely into Darkseid, and assumedly this was always Grail's plan, because not only did she want to kill her evil absentee father, but she wanted to control her evil absentee father, and by doing this really long, really complicated scheme, she can do that now? And just for some evil icing, she decides now is the time to kill the Justice League, which I guess is all for the best, because at the end of the day, did you really want a finale to this series wherein our heroes just all try and punch a baby? Now you're probably thinking our heroes are completely screwed right now. Who on Earth could possibly come to help them? Well, like the big intergalactic superpowered wrestling match this is, Big Barda and the Furies end up doing a run-in. You see, Barda left the fight and went back to Apocalypse to rally Darkseid's inner circle, saying that if they agreed to help save the Earth from Grail, she would in turn go back and lead the Furies once more. No surprise this absolutely crushes Scott free, but we got no time for feeling bad right now. We gotta throw everything. We gotta throw everything at everything. Gotta have lots of explosions, everything blowing up, everyone hit everything with everything. And in the end, even the combined forces of the Furies of Apocalypse, all the superheroes, the few remaining members of the Crime Syndicate, and the Green Lantern Corps, what ends up ending the fight is the most surprising thing. You see, Myrina, Grail's mother, tries to sacrifice herself by offering herself up to Grail to be killed. Grail shoots her energy beams through her mother, and in doing so hits the Darkseid baby, and that undoes the Darkseid baby somehow, and thus the day is saved, question mark? But this still isn't even the end of the comic. We got a bunch of epilogue work to do. Jessie becomes the new Green Lantern, as we already knew she would, looking at the DC Rebirth solicitations, although it is weird the Green Lantern Corps says that she got a ring and was tasked to become a defender of Earth, when there have never been two defenders of one sector before. Lex Luthor returns to the Slaves of Apocalypse, who are so excited to see their defender back that they give him his very own mother box and a piece of Apocalyptian-made armor in the style of Superman. Then of course there's Wonder Woman, who once again had the bulk of internal monologue this issue. We find out that before Marina died, she imparted on Diana a secret, the darkest secret in the Amazons' history, and that is that Steve was not actually the first man to set foot on Themyscira. It was Diana's brother, Jason. Yes, that's right, she had a brother, a twin no less, born the same night as her. Lastly, we have Owlman, the only surviving member member of the crime syndicate of Earth 3. Batman had to abandon the chair during the fight with the help of Green Lantern, which means that Owlman was able to swoop on in and take the chair for himself. Owlman ends up going to Metron, the last owner of the Mobius chair, looking for information on how best to utilize the chair's skills, and when Owlman attempts to look into the deep dark secret revolving around the creation of the world as we know it, he's killed as the comic ends. Who killed him, you might be asking? Who has an invested interest in keeping the origins of the world secret? Well, go read DC Universe Rebirth #1 to find out. Justice League number 50 is insane. There's no other way to put it. They throw absolutely everything at the wall in this one. Some stuff sticks and some stuff doesn't. Perhaps its biggest problem is that it was a story billed as having major, huge, earth-shaking ramifications for the rest of the DC Universe. Only it wasn't. We did get a book like that this week. It was just called DC Universe Rebirth #1. It's also unfortunate that Grail, who started off this story so interesting and even got a focus issue devoted to her, by the end, her motivation just kind of fell to pieces. Now, there was stuff I liked too. There was plenty of great action and spectacle going on, and that final glamour shot of Luthor sitting in the throne with the armor is a killer piece. But all that being said, I can't help but say they just sorta tripped at the finish line on this one, which is why I can only give it a 6 out of 10.
Hey everyone, thanks so much for watching my newest video. I hope you enjoyed it, and while you're here, why not check out another video I have on offer, or maybe if you're feeling in a supportive mood, you want to like or subscribe. And if you want to support the creation of more videos just like this one, then please by all means check out the Cape Joel Patreon. A little bit goes a very long way, and I will see you all next time.